Right, good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Very exciting day today for the Mondeo, probably the biggest modification to date for the Mondeo, the one that's probably going to make the most difference so far as well. I am very excited. Let's get the car in the driveway and I'll explain what we're going to be doing. Right, I've got the car in the driveway now. I'm going to explain a little bit more as to what we're going to be doing today. You probably already know from the title of the video and everything, but today, these seats, these ones right here, the half leather standard Mondeo ST seats, are going to be switched out for some Recaro Mondeo ST220 seats, which I picked up for an absolute steal. Someone that actually watches the videos is the one that sold them to me, so if you're watching this, I appreciate it. If you guys have followed the journey of me owning the Mondeo from the very beginning, you will know that one thing that I've had my heart set on is to get replacement seats for these, because although they're okay, right, the seats are okay, they're really not anything special. They look like they could be in absolutely any car. You wouldn't know that they're out of an ST model car. You'd expect them to be a little bit more fancy and look a little bit more sporty than they do, but this is what they put in these cars from factory. Just give you a quick, better look at these. Some of you may not know what seats are actually in these. These are the standard Mondeo ST seats. They're half leather, so all around the outside, as you can see, is leather, and then they've got a fabric piece in the middle on the bottom of the seat and on the back of the seat, and they've got leather around here. Now the bolstering is not the worst thing in the world, especially on the bottom. The bolstering is actually quite good. As you can see, they come up quite high from the bottom of the seat there. And on the sides, they're not awful, but they really don't hold you in that well. Now bear in mind that this car is not like a sports car. Even though it's a Mondeo ST, this car is not a track car. It's not something like sling around corners. These cars are designed to be sort of motorway mile churners. They're supposed to be comfortable, they're supposed to be economic, and this car does both of those things very well. And these seats really aren't too bad. They are comfortable and they're squishy, and it's a bit like sitting inside your living room in this thing, and that's kind of the vibe that you get. The back ones are pretty much the same, as you can see. The back's the same, sort of half leather. They are nice seats, don't get me wrong, but they're not anything special. So I've got front and rear seats to go in this, and they also got door cards. I didn't realise I was going to get door cards with the seats, but the guy actually provided me with ST220 door cards, so I've got the whole interior to put in this thing. And the door cards, the only thing that's different on them is that this part here is gone, so that silver strip that you see right there is not on them, and this fabric piece right here is leather. It's the same on the rear, that this part right here is leather as well, so it'll match in with the whole leather interior quite nicely. Now, as well as swapping the seats over, whilst I'm midway and I have all the old seats out, I'm going to give the car a really good clean. There's so much rubbish under these seats that I want to give them a really good hoover out, get it all nice and clean whilst I've got the opportunity, whilst the car is empty. Then we can go ahead and get our ST Recaros in the car. They do need a quick clean before I put them in as well, because they've been in someone's workshop for like the past year, so they're a bit grubby, so I'll give them a quick clean before I put them in. But I think that's enough talking. Let's get started. Let's get started taking these seats out, and then I'll show you the new ones. We'll get them cleaned up and we'll stick them in the car. I almost forgot to mention as well, some of you that are following along with the videos, the driver's side seat is not in bad condition for the most part, but on the bottom here I actually had to cable tie, drift stitch this one up. You can see all around there I stuck cable ties all through it, just so, because this bit was like gaping to the side. These are heated seats as well, and the new ones will be heated going in, and they've also got the electric adjustment there for up and down, which do work, and I hope the new ones do as well. The heated elements on the new seats are supposed to be working, so that'd be nice if they do. But other than that, that's kind of all I've got to tell you. This bit's broken as well, so I cable tied that on, but we won't have these things for much longer. Let's get these out. So these front seats look like they should be quite easy to take out. It looks like we've got a bolt there, bolt the other side. They look like they're only 10mm as well, which is quite small to hold a seat in, I would have thought. And there's probably another 2 at the back to take out. So I'm going to use my impact gun, make this a bit quicker. I'm going to use the little 3/8 today, because the 1/2 inch would be a bit crazy on these. Hopefully this can take them out. Nice and easy. 1, 2. It's going to be a quicker job than I thought. The other 2 are probably under there, are they? There's a little screw to take out just there, and the bolt is probably just under there. That's 2 on the back. Easy peasy. That DeWalt gun right there It's a little 3/8 and it's only a 10 volt. That does work, that does. No problem. Even these rusty ones, look. Smashed down. Right, the seat is now free. I think the only thing holding it in now is like an electrical connector at the front or something. Somewhere. Something for the heated elements, must be. Let's tip it up. Yeah, there you go. Little 8mm bolt right there. Take that out. This whole harness should come off. I'm tempted though. I think there's an airbag in these, I think. Is there? No. I'm not sure if there's an airbag. Oh, there is an airbag in these seats. So I'm going to unhook the battery just in case, because I don't want the airbag to go on these seats. Let's see, right there. I don't fancy setting that off today. Just going to unhook the negative. Just put the cover back on so it can't touch anymore. Right, I'm happy about that. So this bolt on here, this little one, it's a little 7mm. I'm just going to use a ratchet and take that off. I think that is the seat, now ready to come out. I'm going to try not to scratch any of me car when I take it out, because the metal rails on the bottom are really sharp and it's easy to catch them on like the paintwork and stuff, so I have to be careful of that. Ah, seatbelt's attached. Forgot about that. Forgot that I need to detach the seatbelt from the side, didn't I? I need to get this thing off, really. The bolt's down there somewhere. There's like a little torque screw in here somewhere. Where was it? I just saw it. There. To take the trim off. That one. That attaches this plastic piece of trim to the side. So we take that out, and then there's just a cable tie at the other end, I think, to take out. That. Right. There. Looks like we have a Torx, this one here, that's what I've got to take out. Looks like a T45 or 50. Right, nice, that is the seat officially out of the car, at least the driver's side. Say goodbye to the half leather. It's always interesting to have a look what treasures can be found under these seats. Bear in mind, I've owned this car, what, 6 months, maybe a bit longer. A cigarette. It's not actually as dirty under here as I thought it was going to be. A little bit of wiring, not sure what that's from. A couple of bulbs, which is kind of standard, little LED ones. Other than that, it's not actually that dirty. Quick little hoover, and that'll probably clean up quite well. I have ordered some new mats as well for in here, because these ones are a little bit sad. These were in it when I got the car, so I've ordered some new ones of them, some nice tailored ones. I'm going to take the passenger seat out. I'm not going to show you the whole thing of that, because you've already seen it done once, and then we can move on to the rear. 2 down. That's the front ones, as you can see. So much room in this car when the seats are out. What we got on this side? General rubbish, a 1p coin, a red 1p coin for some reason, another spoon, 2 spoons, and that's probably about it. Oh, and a Lynx can as well. Having these seats out is going to give me such a good opportunity to get to bits like this that you just can't get to when the seats are in. And look how dirty it is up the side of the trim there, and all down there. Going to give it a real good hoover. God, it's even worse this side, look. That is disgusting. How much room there is though back here. Now have those seats laying. Now we're going to move on to the rear ones. I assume that these are held in under here somewhere with a bolt. At least the bench is the bottom bench. And then these ones I think are held in by bolts as well at the bottom. See, let me just pull this up so we can have a look. Yep, as I suspected, there's a bolt right there. There's a bolt in the middle, right there, just behind that. And then there's one at the end. And then these 3 probably pull out. These break into 2 bits. This is all 1 bit here, from this bit to there. And then there's a single bit there. So there we go. That reveals the bolts for this one as well. Right here, another Torx bolt. So we'll get the impact, get them all whipped out, and pull these out. It needs a good hoover under there as well. Look at the state of under there. Disgusting. And nice and easy to come out. This is the Draper Stormforce 1/2 inch impact, which I did a video on. That's my last video before this one. Go and check that out if you're interested in a 1/2 inch impact. This is a decent one. So we'll see if this can take it out without stripping any of the bolts out. This has got a lot more beans than the D-bolts, so no problem. It's got Loctite on it as well, as you can see. But the DeWalt is only a little 10.8 volt, as you can see. It's a little 3/8 gun. Great for doing little bits, but that thing completely destroyed that. Took it out straight away. Let's see if we can get the other 2 as well. Whilst we're here, I might need another hand for this one to hold them. Yep, no problem. And the last one, yeah, easy peasy. Well, there you go. If that's not proof enough that this thing is a little bit of a beast, just took those things out, absolutely no problem whatsoever. This is the first test since actually doing the review, and I'm very impressed. Very good. Saved me a lot of hassle, that did. I don't think these seats are actually bolted into anything anymore. I think they're just attached up there. Or is there more bolts? Is there more? Might be more back here actually. No? Can't see anymore. Oh, there is a bolt. There's a bolt up there. How am I supposed to get that? Right in there, you see it? Ah, I think I've got to take that one out. Little Torx there. I think one seat comes out, or something like that. Let's try it. It's a little bracket thing. I don't know what that does. Ah, this one's going to come out now, I think. There we go. I've got one of them out, as you just saw. It just sort of popped out. There's a little ball joint there that goes in. And there's a little ball there. That's what pops in there. And I assume these are probably the same. Oh, there we go. It's just come out. So I managed to get the other side out, and for anyone that's doing this yourself, there's these weird little like clips on the sides. Where it goes through this hole, on the other side, there's like this weird crown clip, You have to bend all those things back, but I'm not even going to bother putting them back in because they're naff, so they can go in the bin. But just go and do the belt for the middle, and this thing will be out. We can start giving this thing a clean finally. There's a piece of glass down here as well. So just a little FYI, by the way, if you are doing this yourself, you don't actually need to take out those bolts that I used the Draper impact for. These can all stay in, they can stay in, they can stay in. You don't need to take any of them out. It's just that one bolt just there that I took out, and then you can pop that side out, and then this side pops out as well. So no need to take those big old ones out. I just thought I had to. Right, I'm going to clear the boot as well now, get all that stuff out of there, because I want to give the car a hoover all the way from the back all the way to the front. So I want everything cleared out so that it can be all nice and clean for when I put the nice new seats in. As you can see, I've completely stripped out the Mondeo. The spare wheels come out, boot carpet, everything is out now, ready to be cleaned. I'll just show you what it looks like before I clean it. This is the state that we're in. It's the front, it's under the back seats, and the boot's not much better either, so lots of work ahead of me. Let's get hoovering. Cleaned this side, as you can see, all looks nice. I've just decided when I was hoovering against this bit, there's a bunch of crumbs falling out from underneath this center console, so I think there's only a couple of bolts in there to take it out. So I'm going to remove this section from there to there of this console and give it a nice clean under as well. If you look at that handbrake, see all that gunk in there? I got a feeling there's going to be a bunch of dirt under here, and I want to get that out. So I'm going to take this out, and hopefully we'll be able to get a bit more of this junk out. Well, I managed to get it off, as you can see. It was more of a pain than it was worth. I had to take all this stuff off, all this, all rubbish. I wouldn't have bothered if I knew how to take all that off, but look at the junk in there. It's definitely worth being able to clean out that. Lo and behold, it's just started to rain. It's really humid out here today. It's like hot, but it's cloudy, and now it's just started to rain, which is just brilliant. You probably can't see it. I'm hoping that's not going to rain for too long, because all my stuff is still out at the minute. As you can see, I haven't put anything back in here yet. So hopefully it's just a quick shower, and then it'll pass and I can carry on. Right, so I've given it a hoover and it's got rid of the majority of the stuff, as you can see. But there is a bit of gunk left in there. There's sort of like food, I think, has fallen down where the handbrake is. And it's sort of been sitting there for ages and it's all gunked up. So, what I actually bought for this, especially for this job, hang on, where's the light happening? There we go. So what I bought especially for this job, not especially for this, like what I'm about to do right now, but I bought this for when I was going to put the seats in, because I was going to give the seats a clean with this. I've heard, I can't remember where I read it, but I heard that this is quite good stuff. It's by Auto Bright. I bought this out of my own money, didn't get sent it, so this is a test, this is not a endorsement. But it's a citrus cleaner, and it's like a multi-purpose cleaner, so it's like a degreaser slash cleaner, and you can clean pretty much anything, interior, exterior stuff. So I'm going to give this a go. There's plenty of gunk around this handbrake to try and clean off, especially down there. So I'm going to spray a little bit of this on, let it soak for a little while, and then I'm going to agitate it with like a brush and see if we can get most of that off. I'm also going to do the same in the boot, because the boot has got a bunch of rubbish in it as well, and I'm going to do along here as well, just where all the metal is. Just give it a quick clean up, quick spruce, just to make it look a little bit more presentable. I know you don't see it, but I will know that it's clean if I use some of this stuff. So let's give it a go. I've got to be a little bit careful because there's electrics down here, but the battery's unplugged, so we should be alright. It kind of foams up when you spray it on there. It's quite cool. Right, and I'll let that sit for a few minutes and then we'll agitate it a little bit. So this is after about a minute of leaving it. I haven't agitated it yet. You can see it's already eating into that gunk or whatever was there. Look. I've done a pretty good job. It's taken it all off the handbrake. I'm just gonna give it a quick brush down. I haven't even really need to do anything, that's clean. I haven't really put that much back here, to be honest. That's quite gentle. That's how much I used. Looks good though. I usually use gunk for this sort of thing, but this might be my new favourite degreaser. Well, considering it was a really quick job, all the grease is gone off the handbrake, especially that big chunk that was on the front there, that's gone. And down there, it's not perfect, but it's done a pretty good job at eating away at that gunk, considering that's probably been there for years, and it's really hard to get in there as well. It's not the best place to access, as you can see. I did a pretty good job. Did a pretty good job back there as well. I've wiped all that down. I'm now running a little bit short on time. This whole job has taken a lot longer than I thought. It's nearly like 3:30 right now. I need to be done really by like 5 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smash out the rest of the hoovering, rest of the cleaning, get this prepped and ready for the seats, and then I'll bring you back in once I've got the seats out here and when we're about to bolt them back in, because I really need to get them back in, at least the front ones back in by the end of today. So let's do that. So I was just hoovering out the passenger side, and right in this little crevice right there, under where the heaters are, found this little gem, little tax disc. Who remembers these? Some of you probably never seen one of these before. Tax disc from 2009, so this was when I was 4 years old, and it's a 145 pounds. I guess that's for the year. Yeah, 12 months right there. So some of you probably never even seen one of them. We used to have these back in the day, sat in the windscreen, and that's how you would show that you've got tax. It's a pretty cool little find. Right, I think that's about as clean as I'm going to get this car for now. It looks pretty decent, as you can see. I got rid of all the loose stuff, and then I gave this all a clean with that new Auto Bright Citrus Clean. It looks pretty good in the back, as you can see. Happy with that. And then the carpets, not the best hoover ever. There's little bits and pieces here and there, but compared to what it was, way better. I've also got the centre console back in. That's all been cleaned as well with the citrus stuff, and that looks a lot better. And so I think we're ready to get some seats in there. So I've just realised that this whole time that I've been filming today, I haven't actually shown you the new seats yet. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen them, because I did put like a little sneak peek picture on there. So if you follow me on there, which I suggest you do, you would have already seen them a little bit. But for those that haven't seen them yet, here they are. Well, this is one of them. The rest are in my shed at the minute. I'm going to get them out in a minute. But I just wanted to show you like a comparison between the front ones, because the rear are pretty much the same, whereas the front is where they really do differ between the Recaros and then the standard ones. So these ones are all the ones that we just took out, as you can see, standard Mondeo ST interior. These are, as I said earlier, the Mondeo ST 220, so the petrol V6 version of the Mondeo ST. That's what these are out of. They come in many different colours. You can get them in red, in cream. You can also get them in a leather / Alcantara, so they're like half leather as well, but in these Recaros. Now this is the driver's side, and this is the one that's in the worst condition out of all the seats, and honestly it's really not that bad. I do plan on eventually tackling this, sewing this all back together, because as you can see it's come apart a little bit, but the bolster goes on most cars. This is not an uncommon thing, but the rest of the seat is in really good condition. There's no nicks, no tears, no nothing. It's a bit dirty, as you can see. I'm going to get a hoover on this and then get some of that citrus stuff and give it a good clean down before I put it in. But there you go, there's a Mondeo ST220 seat, driver's seat, about to go into the car. You can see the bolstering is just so much better on these seats, and they're way more comfortable. They are heated as well, by the way, but they're so much more comfortable than these things. You can see the difference between that and that. It's like night and day. It's such a good little upgrade for the car. I'm going to clean this up, I'm going to get it in the car, I'm going to clean the passenger one up, put that in the car, and then I'll worry about the rears after I've done that, providing I've got enough time. Alright, just gave it a quick wipe down. I used this cleaner on it again, this citrus cleaner. Give it a quick wipe with a rag. It's quite nice actually, to be honest, front and back. Alright, let's get this thing in the car. I've had to pull the side panel off this again, like I did with the other ones, because the seat belt, or whoever took these out, just cut through the seat belt, obviously sawed through it to make it easier. So I've got to take that bolt out so I can put the new seat belt on. I'm going to give it a quick clean as well, because as you can see, it's pretty disgusting. Well, there we have it. It's official. The first seat, Recaro driver's seat, is in the car. It all works. As you can see, it moves up and down, moves backwards and forwards. I haven't tested the heating element yet, but we'll get to that. As I said, I'm going to fix this, so don't worry about this too much. This is going to get fixed at some point. I'll make it look a little bit neater. But how good does that look in the car? So much better than the old ones. I'm well happy with that. They're really similar to the ones that I put in the Focus, that car back there. They're really similar to them. They look great. I'm well happy. Time for the passenger side. Here's the second one in the shed. This is the passenger side. I just wanted to show you all the other stuff that I got. You can't really see it very well at the minute, but this is kind of give you a gist as to what I've got. There's the back seat bench. The rear back seats up there. You can see they're completely leather, no fabric whatsoever, so there be a little bit of an improvement. And then I've got all 4 door cards, and these are the front ones, and you can see they're missing that chrome trim, and this piece here is leather. Same as these bits. These are all like perforated leather, so these will all match the seats. They're all perforated leather as well. I've also got, which I don't think I've told you, that these rear pieces, these sit beside the rear seats. I'll show you in a minute, but they are leather as well. They need a clean up, but they'll look quite nice when they're in as well. So I literally have the full interior. I'm going to get this one seat in, the passenger side, and then I think I'm going to have to do the rest in another video because I'm running out of time today. So the way I clean the driver's side, which I don't think I showed you, is just used a brush, just a normal house brush like this. Brushed off all the crumbs because you can see it's all in the crevices. I just brushed it all off, got rid of all the loose stuff. I then gave it a little wipe down with this trusty degreaser. Wipe the whole thing down. I'm going to rub some leather conditioner into these at some point, but I won't be able to do that today. So I'm going to do the same again. Quick brush, quick wipe, and stick it in the car. Alright, there we go. Passenger side seat is in as well. That's currently how they look. It's really hard for me to get an angle from here because I'm sort of stuck. There we go. What do you reckon to that? I think they look sweet. It makes the interior look so much better, honestly. I think that red around the handbrake and gear stick's going to have to go though because that looks pretty awful. But I'm well happy with them. They look sweet. They're so comfortable as well. Just sit in one. They are like properly comfortable. They really hug you. Right, I think what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to end this video here. I've got the front 2 in, they're all wired up. They're bolted in, they are finished. The front 2 are finished. Now all I've got to do is get the back in, as you can see. The back seats and all that stuff's got to go in, but I will do that in the next video. I only really carry 2 passengers ever, so for the next couple of days, just having these 2 seats in here is absolutely fine, not a problem whatsoever. So there we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been such a long day. It's now 5 o'clock, and I started this at 11. Things just take longer than you expect all the time, but I'm well happy with the results so far. Join me in the next video to find out how it all looks when the whole interior is back in. We'll also do the door cards as well so we can get rid of this silver trim right here. Lots to do still, but I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. If you have, make sure you give it a thumbs up, really helps me out a lot. Make sure you subscribe for future content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.